We are going for a vintage, kind of a 20s style look, but still modern. So what I'm doing is taking each hair, working in the back, taking little sections with the curling iron, spraying them with a wet hairspray, and curling each individual section all to the left. So every curl will be going to the left. I'm curling again all in the same direction to the left, but I'm not going to the root. If I were to go to the root, it would give too much lift. So I'm making sure to leave a couple of inches. We don't want volume with this vintage look. So now that I'm done with the back, I'm working on the right side. Taking small sections again and still curling to the left. Mary Claire has a lot of short pieces, a really heavy fringe that I'm working around. And you'll see when I get to the front how I incorporate those. But what I'm doing is just doing the long step. And separately I'll curl the short pieces. So I'm incorporating the shorter pieces that are part of her fringe, and I'm approaching that with one section. So I'm going to get in as close as I can. And just, really I'm not trying to get this curled, the top curled, I'm just trying to get a little bend in the ends of the hair. So for the fringe, I am separating it into two sections, and I'm just going to be super gentle. I'm just going to kind of see what the hair is going to let me do. I'm not going to try and force in this big curl. If these pieces fall out, then they're kind of meant to fall out, and I'm just going to see what happens. So now that all the curls are in, I'm just going to give it a good once-over spray. I want the curls to sit for a little bit, and then we'll start putting it up. So I'm just playing with it, visually looking at her face shape, her eyebrows, her eyes, to get an idea of what I think is going to be best on her. And I'm just going to build a little cushion under here by back combing. And the cushion is what all the hairpins are going to stick to and make it last all night. And I'm just separating it into three loose sections, and I'm just really loosely braiding it. So I'll take a little rubber band, secure the ends of the braid. And the braid is just a way to gather everything together. And remember, we built that cushion underneath. We're just going to roll it up and pin it to that cushion, and it'll give you kind of a mock bob. So I felt like we needed a little more action in the back. So I rebraided it, and before I rebraided it, I just loosely pulled a few of the layers out. Maybe some of those will hang down, or we'll see once we get the headpiece in. So for this look with Mary Claire, I wanted to have a vintage yet modern look. I didn't want it too stiff. I wanted it 2011, but still have that kind of 20s feel. And so what I did was I sectioned from behind the ear forward. That's the front of the hair. From behind the ear back is the back. And I start in the back using small sections, curling with the curling iron in the same direction. Using a wet hairspray when you're curling works best. So I curled everything to the left, and I went up the head, I went up the head, up the head. When I got to the left side, I curled towards the left again, curling towards her face. And when I got to the right side, I curled to the left again, gently curling away from her face. When everything was done being curled, I sprayed sprayed it really good. I let it set, and I shook it out, brushed it a little bit. I took the whole back section, lifted it up, and underneath I just teased and put a little cushion. And the cushion is what's going to hold the bobby pins, and make it last all night. So after I teased underneath, I pulled it all down, and really loosely, I made 3 sections, and I did a little tiny braid at the bottom. I secured it with a rubber band, and I twisted the braid up and pinned it all into that cushion. That's how I got the back. I left some natural pieces out. Then I put a headband in.
Yeah, that's my...
Secured that, and I brought the front back piece by piece, working around the headband, covering some bits, and really working with her face shape, working with her eyes.
But I was
Trying to complement the headpiece and deciding where I thought it looked best in comparison with the wave in front.
But I got it, I was like, oh my god, there's a lot of blue, and I didn't know.
Balancing it from each side, I think it goes well with her jawline. If you look from the other side,
the
right
color of
there.
the girls, what that.
Again, here I think this is really flattering on her face. And her jawline. And it gives it a 1920s, yet 2011 feel.